right. Fact number 5. Tigers have antiseptic saliva. So what that means is, with almost every feline, I believe, and whatever pet you have probably, would mean they're good at healing things with their own saliva, and it makes something like, I don't know. But their saliva is also cleaner than ours. I'm jelly. I want to be a dog. So my saliva will be clean.
Krysta does like big lizards that have unhealthy saliva and big cats that have healthy saliva. I would rather be a big lizard, just like chomp. Okay, I'll eat you later.
I'd rather be a big cat so I can chomp on other animals. I don't have to be the prey. The prey.
Gotcha.
I can eat the lizard if I wanted to.
Alright, I hear they taste like chicken.
Ew. Gross.
But that's what I hear.
Okay. Alright.
Well,
guess what?
Thank you.
Guess what?
What?
This week is...
+1 edition.
+1 edition.
It's a +1 edition. That's so exciting.
Yeah, I found this one very interesting. But before we get on to that, I would like to thank the people here at Slightly Viral for getting these written down so I can bring facts to you. No, we are not sponsored. Do not ask. This is by Ryan Jennings. Sorry I didn't say this at the beginning. I just thought I'd wait until, doing the last fact.
I'm just glad you're doing it. You sound so professional. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
Yay, Crystalline.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyways, fact number 6. This would probably have to be my favorite out of all of them.
Okay.
They are nicer than lions. Unlike lions, who would fight to the death over a kill, when a tiger crosses paths with another tiger while hunting, they often share a meal together. Also, when several tigers are present at a kill, the males will wait for females and cubs to eat first. Again, unlike lions, which do the opposite, tigers rarely argue or fight over a kill, and simply wait turns.
Wow, that is impressive.
Which is why I want to be a big cat. I want to be a tiger.
And the funny part is that there was a show on, and I forget what channel, called Father of the Pride, about the white lions of Siegfried and Roy, and they're like this central family, and part of their story is that they've been cheated out of prominence by the white tigers of Siegfried and Roy. So, and it was a good show. It was funny. I liked it. But yes. Well, Krysta, that was amazing. Like, you sound more and more professional every time we do this. It's great. Whereas me, I sound less and less professional every time we do this.
Here's another one. Sorry, I just found this very interesting too. Tigers do not normally view humans as prey, so if you were to go up to a tiger and look them in the face, they'd just be like, "What? What do you want? What?"
They don't look at humans as prey, but they ain't afraid of us much either.
No, they are definitely not afraid of us. They'll bite. And in some states, you are allowed to keep a tiger as a pet, which I think would be cool, but I wouldn't actually get one unless I knew how to handle it properly.
Well, Roy proved why you shouldn't have tigers as pets. To quote Chris Rock, that tiger didn't go crazy, that tiger went tiger.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be having a tiger as pets, but I know a lot of people actually do have fennec foxes as pets, which surprises me greatly, but I mean, do you, I suppose?
I wouldn't want people to have fennec foxes as pets. They're wild animals. They need to stay wild. Just because they're small and cute doesn't mean that...
Right, doesn't mean you should do that. There's zoos for that.
Right. Well, we have a lot of ground to cover. This is such a bigger topic than I thought it was.
And I added 2 more facts on for y'all, so that's gonna make it longer. I'm also pretty talkative today, so...
Well, there we go. So, alien big cats, huh?
Yes, also called phantom cats, which is a nomenclature I like a little better.
Well, it definitely makes it a little easier to discern what we're talking about.
Exactly. Now, first, we are going to go, in spirit anyway, to Australia. Down under, the land of Bluey.
Yes!
And
I didn't know Bluey is a kid's show.
That Krysta's 4-year-old sister is obsessed with. And because of that show, she sounds like an Australian. She's picked up the Australian accent, which is...
adorable.
Very adorable. It's amazing.
Like, every time I ask her something, she'll just be like, meh. Or something. She'll say something and it'll be like, dude, you are so cute.
Now, so in Australia, one of the older sightings is in the city of Tootanoola. And that's Tootanoola.
Sounds like a tropical drink or something.
Well, it's actually, in this case, a town in the southeast of South Australia. And it was supposed to be the stalking ground of the Tootanoola Tiger during the 19th century.
Tootanoola Tiger?
Yes.
It's a ghost of that tiger. No, I'm not making any predictions right now.
Well, tigers do not normally live in Australia, other than zoos and private ownership kind of thing. So, for there to suddenly be a tiger, people were concerned.
Concerned?
And eventually...
Concerned about the tiger.
And it was feeding on livestock. It was leaving big cat prints, so people were convinced that a tiger had taken up residence somewhere near their town. Now, on the 25th of August in 1895, the Tootanoola Tiger, or what they believe was the Tootanoola Tiger, was shot by Tom Denovian.
No.
And
evil.
What it turned out to be was some kind of wolf. Now, he called it an Abyssinian wolf, but that's not a species.
What is...
Wow.
Nobody knows. There's no such thing as an Abyssinian wolf. So it was stuffed. It was placed on badly stuffed, I should say, and the remains were placed on display in the Tootanoola Hotel, where you can see them today. Yeah.
Please do not tell me they put the guts in there.
No, they stuffed it, Krysta. It's taxidermy.
Okay. Let me say one thing. Don't go to it, I swear.
They
do it all the time. Can't...
Yes, they take all the bits out,
gross,
fill it with sand,
gross,
and pose it.
Or something like that. I can't say for sure it's sand. I'm not sure what they used to...
But the thing is that they killed a wolf and they stuffed it. And they did not taxidermy it well. So a moth-eaten thing that's supposed to be the Tootanoola Tiger is in the Tootanoola Hotel. Now,
I can see how that can go very wrong in very wrong ways.
Mm-hmm.
There is also the Gippsland phantom cat.
I like that name for it.
In the Gippsland region of southeastern Victoria, there are sightings of cats. There is predation, as if by a large cat, that they attack livestock and other things, and it does not seem to be any of the smaller cats that would normally make their homes there, something larger. But they believe they have a reason. American airmen in World War II stationed in Australia, they believe, brought cougar kittens with them as sort of mascots.
Kittens.
Well, that would definitely explain where the big kitties who shouldn't be there might have come from.
And supposedly, once the cougar kittens started to get big enough to where they weren't cute anymore and maybe perhaps starting to get dangerous, they let them go. Which means that it's an invasive species. The other possible explanation is that these cougars interbred with domestic cats.
Domestic cats.
Those would have to be some seriously large domestic kitties.
Yeah, like Maine Coon size.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is that my dad, when he was younger, they had a cat that had been fostered on a house cat by a wildcat. And I don't mean a wild space cat, a wildcat.
I see.
And that cat got double the size of any cat they had. Now, the cat also died within a couple of years because its outside stopped growing, but its insides never really did.
Weird.
Which is why such hybrids are not recommended, but
you can still do it.
But so it could be interbred descendants of those cats.
Creepy.
Now, there's also the Grampians puma. It's also sometimes called the Grampians panther. And it's big cats that hunt in the Grampians Mountains area, like a wildcat or a cougar. Such things are not native to Australia, so it shouldn't be there. But Deakin University went and installed camera traps and several other things to check it out. And they said that the fact that there are some kind of big cat living in the area was demonstrated beyond reasonable doubt. Now, I don't know whether they got scat. I don't know whether they got some sort of, imagery on, but some sort of wildcat is taken up there. And if I were to guess, I would say we're dealing with an escaped zoo animal or circus animal sort of thing.
Yeah, sounds
good.
right.
Those cats should get away from the circus.
And then that brings us to the Blue Mountains panther. Now, this is in the Blue Mountains area of Australia, west of Sydney. For over a century, sightings of panthers have been reported in these mountains. Now, again, the theory is that it's descended from either circus or zoo escapees, or is a descendant of a military mascot. But that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because where the hell is the military getting all these panther kittens, cougar kittens, whatever? I mean,
they're military. They go all over the world. It's not that big of a stretch to say, oh, look, here's a litter of kittens. I'm just going to grab one up and keep right on moving.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, though.
Wait a second. Which kittens are we talking about again?
Cougar kittens.
Okay, yeah.